guys, I'm gonna try this. I don't think the camera's gonna do very well with getting like my whole everything while I'm doing this, but we're gonna do ship with me today. I've got a bunch of sales here, all the labels printed. I'm gonna go through everything. Most of this is actually Poshmark. I had a bunch of Poshmark sales yesterday and then one Vinted sale. I'm gonna probably do the Vinted sale first just to get that out of the way. It is going to the UK. So on Vinted, they actually have like, it goes to JFK Pro Carrier, Accelerated Global Solutions building. And then they take care of the shipping internationally. So it actually is pretty cool. I have had a bunch of people lately complaining or asking about the shipping costs. Now on Vinted, you can actually see where each seller is from or each buyer is from. It like puts, I think it's just like this kind of the state or the country, because it says like Bristol, UK on there. So, I mean, it's obviously not their address, but it it does tell them that I am from the US. And so there are, I think, a lot of fees right now for shipping to the UK, to anywhere. I actually had an issue on eBay this week as well. And I don't think that buyer is actually going to pay for the item. They were complaining about the shipping costs, which was not me. It was eBay. I was sending it to the eBay distribution, wherever center, and then they do the international shipping, and it was going to Spain. So I'm like, I can't do anything about the shipping costs. And they were talking to me in Spanish, and we were doing like the translation thing, and it got a little muddied. In the end, basically, she told me to keep it. So there we are. So if you're looking for a really pretty silk rainbow blazer, let me know. I'm just using these most of the time for Vinted, or I have my paw print ones. So I already put the label on it. I don't do a lot for some of my smaller sales. So this sold for $4. It is a kid's crew cut little button down shirt. And on Vinted, I get the whole $4. So I made a $4 profit on this shirt. And I have little different thank you cards that I put in with it. And we're gonna put it in the bag, and that's it. Easy peasy. And then I do always tape my bags along with the actual like sticky stuff. I don't know, it just makes me feel a little bit better. So that was an easy one. That is a $4 profit. What did I do with my tape? Oh, it's over there. Un momento. All right, got my tape. Just take off like a little bit and do each side. That's just me. I know some people, damn it. I hate this freaking thing. Tape struggles. Some people don't do this, but I don't know, it just makes me feel better. So that is the Vinted sale. I only had one of those. I had a couple go out yesterday, I think. So there's that. All right, so I've got a bunch of stuff. Got my phone, my other phone, my old phone. And we're gonna go look for the next item, which is Members Mark Luxury Collection Cashmere Chocolate Brown Knit Wide Leg Pants, size extra large. These sold for $21 on an offer, and I made $16.80. And because I had $0 into it, that was my profit, the $16.80. And this took about a year to sell. I initially bought these for myself, actually, so that's fine. And now with Poshmark stuff, I am mostly just using the padded mailers. If it's a bigger item, like this one might not fit in there, I will use the bigger poly mailers, but I am not using the paper mailers that they have. They're horrible. And the boxes don't tape well. I've had 2 things now where the box arrived empty and I taped a lot on those boxes. And so I am really not using those unless I have to. I have been getting a lot of boxes from work. So I do have a hat to send out today, and that is probably going to go in one of those boxes. This one is shipping to the Bronx, New York. Cherry bomb. So let's find that label in this mess. That's this one. So just put the label on the package. Easy peasy. And I did go out of town a while for Christmas last year. And I actually did have a friend of mine doing all this for me. And it worked out pretty well. I got organized enough where he could find everything and he did all my shipping. And he did a good job because I still got a lot of good reviews. I do lint roll some stuff before it goes out because I feel like everything just collects either my hair or just, I don't know. I don't even know where it comes from sometimes. So, little lint roll. Sorry, I'm not used to filming this. And then these were new with tags as well. So, they're really comfortable. They just didn't fit me right. I am not a high-rise girly. High-rise is like up to here on me. So, yeah, that's why I ended up selling them instead of keeping them this winter, because they just didn't work for me. But they are very soft. They are cashmere, so someone will love those. And then we got our thank you note. And it's fun kind of seeing where stuff is going. Sold a ton of stuff randomly to Alaska on, I think, multiple platforms. I feel like something from Vinted went to Alaska too. I'm not sure. But that I always find interesting because, I don't know, there's not much up there, I guess. So, next package is done, goes in the bag. I will be going to the post office right after this. Okay. Hold on, I gotta look at this. Someone left a comment on their bundle that just bought something. Oh, okay, they were just saying that they've just changed their payment. So that was actually the pants I just sent out. It did pop up with a payment issue on Poshmark, and so I did message the buyer and say, hey, just add your payment method and this is yours, and if you do it by lunchtime, I can ship it out today. So that's what she did. And she was just saying, thanks, I changed it. So that's an okay. All right, the hat is next. It is Auto Rumble Boxing 250 Club Black Foam Front Mesh Snapback Trucker Hat Cap. And it is kind of like new with tags. So this is what it looks like. It does have the sticker and then it does have the tag. And this did retail for $28. I sold it for $25. This was a full price sale for me today. And so I am going to use one of my small boxes for this that I get from work. And then I think my profit was $20. Let me double check it. Oh, goodness. Yeah, my profit was $20 and it took about a year for this to sell. So This hat actually had quite a bit of interest throughout the year, but no one ever purchased it. So here we are. Here's the box I think I'm gonna use. Let me see how it fits in here. It fits pretty well. I will put like a little, I do get my bubbles from work as well. And I actually am not going to be working there for much longer, so I may have to like go in and get a bunch of bubbles before I leave. And then we put in the thank you note. And then I do have to remove sometimes like these types of stickers. Like this had glass in it, but this is not glass. This is a hat. So I just take those off. And then any shipping labels I make sure to remove as well. And there's usually a bunch of them. The drug companies love to put a million labels on boxes. And I should have done this ahead of time, but I didn't. Good enough. And then here's the shipping label, so I gotta remove that. Hopefully this comes off a little easier. That came off very easy. Dang it, another glass one. All right, this is taking off all the tape that's already on the box. I may have to retape this whole box. Maybe I'll just cut it. Nope, it's coming off. It's coming off. We gotta retape the box. All right, well, this is live. Watch me struggle. Struggling with shipping. That's gonna be the title. Oh gosh, I amused myself. Did I lose the thank you note? No, it's still in there. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna have to drop by and be like, you got any boxes? Because the priority box, they used to have this small priority box for that was perfect for hats and belts for Poshmark, and then they changed it where they're no longer doing priority, and so now it's like a struggle to find good, and I sell a lot of hats and belts, so it's kind of a pain in my butt. All right, this is going to Pleasantown, California. And so let's find the label. Definitely comment below, like if how you do your shipping or any comments. So we got that done, and that is going in the bag. Throw it in the bag. All right, next. We have a scarf. This is a vintage Echo Club 7 vintage black white houndstooth floral large silk scarf, sold for $16. And I want to say that my profit on that was $12.80. Took about 9 months to sell. It's really pretty scarf. These weigh, like I said, I do mostly bins, like shopping. So these are very, very cheap. I would have liked to have gotten a little more for this, honestly, because it is a really nice scarf, and it is true vintage, but that's okay. So fold it up, thank you card, and then we'll use one of these padded mailers for this, and it is going to Nebraska. Good luck on your journey, Scarf. To Nebraska. All right. Some tape. And then that will go in the bag. Hopefully you're enjoying this. It's a little weird, but it's something a little different. I'm going to try and get this up today. Today is May 1st. It's gonna be May. I sent that to a bunch of people yesterday. All right, next is a Brooks Brothers pink silk tie with blue flamingo novelty design necktie tie. I always put necktie and tie in the title just in case someone's searching for it like that. This sold for $30. I want to say this, I don't know if this was full price. It might have been full price. And this is going to Austin, Texas. And I want to say profit on this was $24. Yes, $24 profit on this. Took 3 months to sell. I had a big haul one week with a ton of ties. Brooks Brothers, Josh A. Bank. This one was not new with tags. A lot of them were. I've already sold a couple of the new with tags ones for a good amount of money. So I'll definitely pick up these again, especially the novelty. You can see the little flamingos on it. Now these I will kind of double protect, especially since they paid $30 for it. So I have these little, again, I get these from work, little bubble pocket things. So I'll put it in there, and then I will put the thank you note in there, and then kind of wrap it up a little bit. And then I'll use one of the poly mailers just so it's a little bit stiffer since they are pretty flimsy. So that goes in there. And this is going to Austin, I think. Did I say that? Yes, this is going to Austin, Texas. So, got our label. And I do have the Rollo Bluetooth, like the printer where you can do it remotely. I can't think of the word right now. It's been a hard week for words. So I can print my labels from my phone. I asked for it for Christmas one year from my parents, and so that I got my business supplies for Christmas. Going in the bag. So yeah, that's how I got that. I didn't pay for that myself. Okay, but I love it. It's so much easier. All right, then I also sold this, and I actually got this pretty recently. It's in one of the recent haul videos. It's a White House Black Market leopard print satin pleated mini full skirt, size 4. This also sold for $30, and I made $24 on this one as well, I think. Yep. And that only took 2 months to sell. So that one was a very recent pickup for me. So that was good. And this is going to Spring, Texas. So that is the last one on here. This one will go in a bubble poly mailer. And this was new with tags. Garbage. It's really cute. Really cute little skirt. Again, new with tags. It is not the newest White House Black Market, but I just thought the style was really cute and kind of timeless, so I got it anyway. So we will, obviously it did well, do our thank you card, and into the package it goes. Boop, boop, boop. I don't use a lot of extra like plastic poly mailers. I think it's wasteful, and I don't know. I've never had too much of an issue with doing my packaging the way I do it. I think everyone likes the thank you card. So, and I get those on Amazon. I get a bunch of different ones. I have like these right now and these, and then these ones I'm using up. These are my older ones. So they have so many different options on Amazon. And I honestly really just grab whichever one's the cheapest at the time. So I try and keep my costs down as much as possible. Into the bag. Kind of didn't get in the bag, but that's okay. All right, I think I have two more. So next are these Coach Wool Blend black trouser pants, office dress up, size 0. These I got on a like dollar day sale at, I think, not at a Goodwill, a different store. These ended up selling for $35 on an offer. I wasn't like super excited about the offer, but I was like, I've had these for, let's see, I think I had them for like a year at least. Coach, 8 months. The next two I've had for 8 months. For me, this was a $28 profit. So I said, okay, just, move on. Get them sold, move on. I try and do that. They do have like a raw edge or hem. So this is something that someone is going to have to get tailored probably. And I'm pretty sure I put that in the listing, hopefully. I think I put photos of it. So anyway, they're just a basic trouser Coach. They're not brand new, but they feel kind of brand new since they haven't been hemmed or anything yet. I don't think that these have been worn by anyone. And I don't know how they ended up in the donation, but I will take it. These I am going to put in some tissue paper. They are nicer. And then I think I'm gonna have to use one of the bigger poly mailers for this. So I'll get one of those. And this is going to Avon, Connecticut. So get my label. And then I don't normally get like the glitter tissue paper. I normally just get white, but they didn't have any last time I went. So I just got this one. And then my thank you label card. And that is that. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. And tape. Tape. I wasn't gonna go thrifting today because I really don't need to, but I think like going to one of the post offices I go to is like on the way. So I was like, reseller. What's the word? Oh my goodness, I can't think of what I was telling Christine earlier. Logic, reseller logic. I mean, I'm already halfway there, so I might as well go all the way. Lastly is this Studio by Torrid size 4 denim vest shirt. Really cute on this one. Stretchy material. Oh, must be noon. Mo gets his food at noon. Doing a little bit of lint rolling. But this is a really cute piece. I've had this for a little while. Again, like I said, 8 months. And this sold on an offer. Let me see. I forget exactly how much. Offer was $22, which I accepted and had for 8 months. And my profit was $17.60. So I was happy just to move it finally. I think I'd gotten some lower offers previously and I was like, no. So I am glad it at least sold for that much. So I am going to use another one of the larger polys for this, and this is going to Illinois. And hopefully they love it. Hopefully they love it. All right, and that's our sales for the last day or so. I try to ship every day. I know some resellers don't, but I do like having that escalate or whatever on my account, because a lot of my love notes do mention my shipping time. So, you know, I don't know if it truly helps with new sales, but it probably doesn't hurt. All right, I've got a full bag over here, and we will head to the post office after we stop at Chick-fil-A. Do you like my lion? I painted it. That was our sales and my ship with me. Definitely hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content. I've got a couple more things in the works. I just have not had time. I've had so much going on, and it's going to get even busier starting next week. So I do need to get some stuff done this weekend. And I did have a cancellation today. I was supposed to get a massage, but she had to cancel. So I may have some time today to do some filming along with some reseller stuff. I definitely need to photograph a bunch of things today because I need to start listing daily again. So all the things happening. But as always, I appreciate you. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. And as always, remember to help control the pet population and have your pets spayed or neutered. Bye.